The 10th generation has begun, and both Microsoft and Sony are ready. With two consoles that have a variety of exclusives and features, let's take a look at the PS5 and the Series X. The PS5 can play games at a 4K resolution and 120 FPS, with 16GB of RAM under the hood, and it has 825GB of storage, with a GPU of 10.28 teraflops. The Series X can also play games at 4K 120 FPS, and under the hood also is 16GB of RAM. It has 1TB of storage with a GPU of 12 teraflops. The piece de resistance, of course, for the Series X is going to be Halo Infinite. Other than that, you can expect the other exclusive games coming to the Series X in the future would be Hellblade 2, Fable 4, Stalker 2, and Scorn. For the PS5, the game fans are most excited for, of course, is Spider-Man Miles Morales, but also in its sights for the future is Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Sackboy: A Big Adventure. And for both consoles, there will be next-gen games that are releasing on past-gen consoles that will receive free upgrades, like Cyberpunk 2077, Far Cry 6, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, just to name a few. That of course is an option that's up to the developer. If you wanted a better way to type on the console, there is now voice dictation, and if you're stuck on a game, you can now get help with the new hints feature, and you'll be warned if the hints have any spoilers ahead. And also, there is now a control center when you press the home button so that you can stay in your game without having to, well, go home. This time around, Microsoft seemed to focus more on improving the design of their layouts, as this look should be familiar to most Xbox One users. But they have said that the UI is a lot faster using 40% less memory. The Series X is backwards compatible with all Xbox One games, as well as any Xbox backwards compatible games that are already on the Xbox One. The controller itself also will be backwards compatible with the Xbox One, and although this controller does look like its predecessor, the quality of the controller has clearly been upgraded, and they've also added a share button as well. As for the PS5, it has 3D sound, and the DualShock has now had its biggest upgrade since the original, as the design clearly looks completely different. It now has haptic vibration, which gives it a smoother experience compared to the DualShock 4's rumble. The light that some people were complaining about on the DualShock 4 now has been built to be a lot less intrusive, and there is now a built-in microphone and speaker on the DualSense. The PS5 is also backwards compatible, just only with 99% of PS4 games. Both consoles clearly have a ton of power under the hood and are focusing on their own fields. Sony has always focused more on games which give them a huge advantage on their lineup this year, as well as features for their console, while Microsoft seems to be focusing more on the power and service, just seeing what their marketing is always focusing on. That's not to say that the Series X is more powerful than the PS5, but it's just interesting to see where the Xbox and PlayStation teams' heads are at. With the exception, of course, of a few games, most of them obviously will be available for both consoles. So the true decision for gamers, as always, is asking two questions. Which console are all of my friends getting, and which exclusives do I truly want to play? This generation will be interesting to see unfold as we see Master Chief battle it out with Spider-Man. I never thought I'd say that. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.